Hello, my name is Eric Boucher and I'm from Galio Research Group. Today we're at the university. It's here that laboratory tests were conducted to validate the different properties of the Ruby Visage beauty mask. I'm with that doctor in chemistry who will explain what is his position here at the university.
I'm a research officer and I'm in charge of the photoactive materials and molecules analysis laboratory. As part of my work, I tested the Ruby Visage mask to analyze its spectral properties.
The sun emits different wavelengths, visible and invisible to the human eye. For a long time, we've known that UV rays are harmful to the skin, but for several years, scientists have discovered that the red and infrared wavelengths are, in turn, very beneficial to the skin. Now, let's watch Mr. test the Ruby Visage mask using lasers of different colors to reproduce the different wavelengths emitted by the sun. Let's start with the red light. We clearly see the red beam that passes through the steam and forms a red dot on the whiteboard. If we place the mask in front of the laser, we find that it transmits red light, and that's what we want. If we perform the same experiment with the green laser, we confirm that the mask blocks the laser beam. We do not see a green dot on the whiteboard. If we make the same experiment with a UV laser, we clearly perceive that the mask blocks all harmful UV rays. We can therefore confirm that the Ruby Visage mask let indeed pass only the red wavelengths beneficial to the skin, while blocking harmful UV wavelengths. On this chart, we can see very clearly that the Ruby Visage mask blocks all UV radiation harmful to the skin. Light starts to pass through from 590 nanometers up to 1600 nanometers. That to say, all red and infrared wavelengths beneficial for skin rejuvenation are being transmitted to the skin. Here in this lab, Mr. will compare the Ruby Visage mask to a LED light device used for photorejuvenation to assess their light intensity. To do this, we use a solar simulator, which reproduces in the laboratory the sunlight radiation between 50,000 and 100,000 lux in sunny weather. Here, we currently measure 80,000 lux. When we put the Ruby Visage mask on the light meter to measure the light intensity, we can read 11,000 lux. It is therefore the light intensity transmitted by the mask. Now, let's measure one of the devices sold on the market for its anti-aging effects. This electrical device works with LED lights. One can see that it has multiple colors, so it emits different wavelengths. When tested, we get a measure of 10,000 lux. That's 1,000 lux less than with the Ruby Visage mask. Note that the measurement changes with the distance from the light meter, which means that when one moves away from skin during treatment, its intensity and its performance will be significantly weakened. We must therefore ensure it is always in contact with the skin for optimal results. Also, since the device has different colors of LED lights, we must move constantly to expose the skin to the various colors and wavelengths emitted by the device. With Ruby Visage, all wavelengths are transmitted equally on the entire face at once without ever touching the skin. We can conclude that the power of radiation measured, and therefore the performance of Ruby Visage, exceeds those of this electrical device sold for home use. Ruby Visage is easier to use and covers the entire face in less time. Finally, after testing the Ruby Visage mask in a device with LED lights, we can say that Ruby Visage has a superior light intensity than the electrical device, 11,000 lux versus 10,000 lux. Ruby Visage treats the entire face in 3 minutes, while the electrical device treats the face area by area for 3 minutes each. That is to say that the treatment can last up to 30 minutes. Ruby Visage transmits all wavelengths between 590 nanometers and 1600 nanometers, not only specific wavelengths. With Ruby Visage, you only have to wear the mask and relax, while with the LED device, you need to hold it constantly on your skin. Let me thank you for welcoming us in your laboratories today to perform all these tests on the various properties of the Ruby Visage mask. It was very interesting. A big thank you.
It was a pleasure.